Hi there YouTube, it's Glover here. We left here at South Grafton a couple of days ago, and we're going to be taking the aeroplane over to Casino today, where there's a nice caravan park right next to the airstrip. Just taking a look at our flight plan here. We'll always stand outside here, outside the outdoor dunny. There's South Grafton. We'll be trekking out towards Maclean, flying over essentially Palmer's Island. Then we enter this no-tamed airspace, Romeo 638 Bravo and Charlie. That's the restricted airspace. I'll just check the restricted area briefing for these areas. The R638 D, B, C and A and the R609, they are clear. Airspace is deactivated. All that's military exercise airspace. So we'll stay on out there. Cool. We're going to stay outside on the shoreline to head up towards Snapper Point and Evans Head, up to Ballina. We'll be making a landing, checking out the scenery at Ballina. Then, as per viewer request, we will head on to Lismore, do a touch and go there at Lismore, and then head on over to Casino. Go from Casino, we'll spend the day tomorrow and then do the event in Brisbane. So on Sunday we'll be taking out from Casino, heading up towards Mount Warning, fly around the so-called Tweed Caldera, and up to Gold Coast. Nick is doing a flight on the, let's see the Gold Coast? Oh, cool. We might see you flying overhead. But for now, we'll be departing from here at South Grafton, heading up to the coastline, passing through the restricted 638, which is not active currently, and then continue on up to Ballina. Let's get going. Nice little clubhouse there. Saw that last week. Little potted plants on the stairs there. And here is our wonderful little steed, the Piper Cherokee. Hi there, Australian Skywatch. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I had a rostered day off today because I'm working tomorrow. And today I went to the dentist and got some awful tooth work done, which is nice and painful, and half my mouth is numb at the moment. So doing great. Also still got the cold flopping around. Now that's getting ready for a nice relaxing VFR flight up to Ballina. We're landing at Ballina. We'll do a walk around outside of Ballina, and then we'll jump back in and do a touch and go at Lismore. G'day. Let's do our walk around. Flaps are looking nice and solid. All good there. These are looking good. Pick that away. Yes, Well, I had a single day off, so I booked in my appointment because next day I have off is probably going to be November during World Flight. So, to avoid that. Nearly full tanks, very good. There's that new oil that we put in at Coffs Harbour. Was it Coffs Harbour? No, I think it was Armidale, wasn't it? No cracks on the prop. Another drain. Yeah, a little less in the left-hand tank, so I'll depart with the right tank today. Fuel drain looks good. Real chocks are away. Tie down is off. Stall warning system is free to move about. Pitot is uncovered. Ailerons are happy. Flaps are nice and solid and connected. Tail tie down is away. Stabilator is fine. So is the trim. Lock the boot. Jump on in. $126.7, just in case you've forgotten. Okay, going to open the window, close the door. And let's look at a checklist. Checklist the prime before starting. All good. Weight and balance is good. Close and secure the cabin door. Control wheel lock is removed. I'll be using the right tank. Master switch is on. Fuel selected at the fullest tank. Flaps are retracted. Elevator trim is in the neutral position. And I'll just flick the switch for the rotating beacon. Engine start test. Wheel brakes are on. Carby heat is off. Fuel selector full. Master switch. I'll do the electric fuel pump. I'm going to do the primer now before we open up the switch. Don't need to be using battery for that. In fact, we'll need there we go. Mixture in the full position, we're good. Mixture fully rich. Throttle is cracked open. Let's do the master switch. Fuel pumps. That's looking good. Looking outside. No one's around. Clear prop. There we go. Avionics to run. Beacon is on. Oil pressure. Pressure is in the green. Fuel pressure is in the green. Amateur is, yeah, about 15 or so. Altimeter showing roughly the right. 1021 for that one. Heading, checking 30. Which side of 30 though? Slightly west of 30. Drifted over a little, not too bad. Okay then, we'll move out to towards the runway to do the ground check on this section here. What's the windsock doing? It's blowing up that way, so we need to backtrack and then do the takeoff in the opposite direction that we did yesterday. Got a request to do that map. Huh. Bunch of air traffic control down there. Over here. Congrats. There's me. Bunch of people going to Sunshine Coast, Brisbane, Archerfield, Gold Coast, and myself going to casino. With that, let's have a look at the charts and stuff, eh? There we go. South Grafton, 126.7. Flat plan, I'm just going to chuck in YBNA. No need for anything else. The actual route we're going to fly is down the Clarence River and then straight up the coastline. And there's South Grafton Multicom. Traffic South Grafton, Hotel Tanker Bike is at Papa Cherokee. On the grass parking, we'll be taxiing out towards the runways. We'll be doing a run up on the threshold of 26, then backtracking runway 08 South Grafton. I'm happy with that. Let's taxi on out. Someone's got, I'd say that's a Piper Cub in that hangar. Bit of a lean off, there we go. Checking that windsock, we do need to use the opposite facing runway, which is 08. That said, we're going to come down to a stop here, just outside the runway. Brakes are set, and we'll do the run-ups. Checking the oil. Oil's in the green. Let's go. Yeah, just before we stop, let's close that window. $1,800 is good, EGT is good. And a switch. That drops at 50. Maybe more like 60, that's fine. Carby heat. Yep, about 25, and I'll drop it entire. And I'd say that's about 620. Yep, quite happy there. Cover heat is removed, 1000 RPM, leaned out a little bit. And before takeoff. Seats, belts and doors closed, locked and secure. Seats not moving. Flight controls. Flight controls are good. Elevator trim is set, mixture rich for the takeoff. Carb heat is off, fuel selector fullest tank. Electric pump on for the takeoff. And gauges are set to normal, wing flaps are up. So we can use wing flaps 10 because it's a really short runway. Flap stage 1 set. And let's go. Traffic South Grafton, Hotel Tanker Mike entering runway 08 backtrack at South Grafton. It's not exactly the flattest of runways. All the way to the end of the runway, and then we'll do the U-turn and then come on back down. Strobes are in, landing lights on, fuel pump is in. Traffic South Grafton, Hotel Tango Mike, Piper Cherokee departing runway 08, left crosswind departure. South Grafton. Alright, let's go. And we're off the ground. There's 70, flaps are coming up. 75, 80. Big chunky railway there. Big railway yards at South Grafton. Yes, it is a rather bumpy runway. It's not even flat. Like you get angular bank on the ground. It's hilarious. Anyway, that's why we use flap 10 for the runway, so we can get off the ground a bit quicker. Flaps are squared away now. Normally I'd take off the flaps up, but bumpy runway, flaps 10. Traffic South Grafton, Hotel Tango Mike has departed the field on climb through 1500, tracking along the river. South Grafton. True, it is a runway. It's a pretty fun little airfield, that one, for the scenery that you get with it. It's like really quite detailed scenery. Not as detailed as Ballina's going to be, but you know, pretty cool. Hi there, Nick is on his way. Have a good flight. Okay, well, push up to about 3,500. Weather's good today. Nice little creek down there. bunch of shrubs and hedges that just popped into view. Yeah, I also agree. Casino is a wonderful airport. I love the fact there's like a caravan park right on your final approach. That's just hilarious. Depending which runway, of course. But if you're running the south-facing runway, you essentially land over the top of a caravan park. In fact, I believe the caravan park has actually, they now own part of the runway. So the runway's a displaced threshold because there's a caravan park that's partly on it. There's 3,500. That's where I want to be. And I'll reduce the power down to 2,400 RPM, like that. And then reduce the mixture a little bit. Let's see how that goes. It's probably a little too much. Give it back. There we are. Get ourselves trimmed out so I don't need to keep pushing forward on the yoke to keep from climbing. There we go, trim's coming down. In the real plane you'll be doing this with your head. Up there. Little screw. It's this thing up here that you move. And no hands. It is starting to pull out to the left a little bit, so... Oh no, that's alright. Just probably pulling to the right over there, so I'm going to leave it on the right tank. Keep droning from there, and eventually that'll leave it out. We don't need the fuel pump anymore, that's off. We don't need the landing light anymore, that's off. And probably need that one. So yeah, quite happy that the restricted areas are closed today. Don't need to look at that anymore. So I'll enter at Sandon Bluffs into the Romeo 638 Delta. I'll just stay pretty much on the shoreline all the way up. Not sure about contour flying through Woody Head, but this area here is really, there's nothing there. It's kind of swampy, brackish marshland. There's a few like dirt roads into there, a few campsites along the line, but there's no civilization at all. Which is probably why it's used as a military training area. There's nothing there. There's no people there to disturb. It's like quite freaky because all along the coastline so far I've had little townships and stuff, and it's quite a populated coastline all the way up to here. And then between Woody Head and Snapper Point, there's just nothing there. This devoid area of nothing. And out here we have high-speed, low-level military jets operating random routes. So that's the aircraft coming out of Amberley Air Force Base up in Brisbane, or Toowoomba. And they go up there for jet training, flying FA-18 Hornets and stuff like that. At high speed, dogfighting. South of Yamba, hey? Ah. Interesting. How's that big fire going out? Was it Tenterfield? Somewhere out here? That's the one that I've been hearing a lot about on the news. Tenterfield. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of problems with bushfires and stuff at the moment. It's September and we've already got massive bushfires happening. Down here in Melbourne the temperature's like 8 or 9 degrees Celsius, and up there in New South Wales they're on fire. I saw a video of the I think it's a 737-800 firebombing aircraft doing a like a fire drop of that kind of orangey coloured fire suppressant stuff. That's always quite impressive. I'm not sure where the DC-10 is at the moment. I saw that in previous years. I always liked the look of that DC-10 with the massive fire dropping thing. But this year the one I'm seeing a lot of is the 737-800 with a big 8 painted on the tail. Oh, we're doing pretty well for speed. We're sitting at the 2400 RPM and we're looking at quite easily 110 knots. Yesterday we were struggling to get 100 out of the thing. Maybe we're a little lower in altitude, so maybe that's the difference. Whereas the other day we were up at 7,000 feet. 15,000 litres of fire retardant out of the Coffs Harbour in the 737. Pretty impressive. Messages alert. Airspace entry in less than 10 minutes, but it's not active, so we're all good. Coming up toward the Broadwater. And Palmer's Island. Township of McLean, I believe, just off to our right hand side. We'll kind of clear that. It's going to turn up north slightly. Keep McLean over there so we don't need to fly over directly. Yeah, that weird time just after you've been to the dentist and the numb mouth just starts to go away and you get that weird pins and needles feeling. Yeah, I'm getting that right now. So, that's not fun. My numb mouth is worn out. The nerves in my teeth have come back and going, hey, remember us? Haha. Alrighty, looking to track towards Woody Head, I think. Woody Head's right about there, isn't it? Yeah, it's inside the restricted, so I'll point our nose right at it. Meanwhile, do I have the Ursa up on? Yeah, I do. Cool. Just gotta pull that over here so I can pick out Ballina. Ballina Byron Gateway. I'm going to turn this off for a second. Now what I'll do is I'll turn on the autopilot, but I don't need to use anything except the straight and level button and the altitude hold. There we go. Let it stabilize out for a bit. Once a down elevator, there we go. It's happy now. Now that I don't need to hand fly the aeroplane for a little while, I will grab our AWIS at Ballina. Remember to put the 02 in there. Cool.
Automated Weather Information Service, Ballina Airport, time 0932 Zulu, wind 280 degrees magnetic at 4 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, cloud clear below 10,000 feet, temperature 15, dew point 13, QNH 1022 hectopascals, rainfall last 10 minutes nil. Automated Weather Information Service, Ballina Airport, time 0932 Zulu, wind 280 degrees magnetic at 4 knots, visibility 10.
280 at 4 knots. So I'll be landing on runway 24. It's pretty obvious. I did want to make a modification of the scenery to have a taxiway Bravo. Unfortunately, I don't have that installed currently. So we're going to have to vacate on taxiway Alpha because taxiway Bravo is not there. That's alright, we'll be taxiing into the GA apron. So I'll take Alpha and then into that first taxiway and into the GA. RPT apron's on the left hand side, so I really want to enter Alpha anyway, because if you exited Bravo, we'd have to go past all the other RPT aeroplanes, which may include anything up to a Boeing 737 and a A320 and a whatever else goes up there. What does go to Ballina? I think it's Rex, so it'll be the Saab 340s and also Jetstar with their A320s and Virgin with their 737s. Facial recognition, eh? To figure out where everyone is all the time. Because that's not a nanny government at all, is it? Getting in our business. I'm sure that's really secure as well. That's the main reason that I don't like the idea. It's not because I feel like I'm going to get found out by the government, because I'm not doing anything any really difference. It's just the fact that how secure is that database, and can it be hacked? And if it's a computerized system, of course it can be hacked. And if there's some criminal that's hacking into a government database that has a facial recognition of where I am all the time, well, they can figure out when I'm not at home. And they come in here and then break into my house and take my PC and my stuff. My PC is like $2,500 worth of PC. So I'm sure that someone wants it, even if just to sell it for drugs. So yeah, that's the main issue that I have with it. Not because, you know, oh, government interference, but because, you know, I've worked for the government before, so I kind of know how incompetent the managers are in government institutions, and they are. There's baby boomers sitting there that are like 65 years old. They wouldn't know a hacker from a Hollywood movie, so they've got no idea what's going on with computer security. I don't trust them on that level. I don't want my information in a hackable database that's barely secure enough to host, you know. I reckon it's less secure than Facebook. Let's put it that way. Inside airspace. Cool. So as I said, this area around here, there's no civilization whatsoever. These roads are dirt roads. They essentially just take you out to campsites and fishing sites on the coastline and in the lakes and the rivers. But this whole area is essentially uninhabited. Over there we have the Pacific Highway going slowly northbound. Yeah. Want to pass off? No, it's not. Now it is. Okay, runway 24. So I'm just going to set up the bug. 24's there. And our CTAF 124.2. There's a GRS on there as well. Also Evans Heads. And Evans Heads we probably should stay away from, because Evans Head is a quite popular spot for parachute drops, so we'll stay offshore of Evans Head. Does anybody want to do a touch and go at Evans Head? Apparently that has scenery. In fact, it's probably better than Lismore, to be honest. We'll do it. Evans Head. CTAF is the same as Ballina. It's already come up. EVD. How far are we from it? I'd say not far at all. Took at our fuel tanks. Right, fuel tank is, yeah, getting there. Might do a switch now, so we don't need to switch later. Fuel pump is in. There's the right side, and we'll switch it off. Snapper point. Yeah, we'll call them in that snapper point, just there. We'll call it in at 1005. Yeah, touch and go at Evans Head. Apparently Evans Head has this weird scenery where they've got actual skydivers in the scenery, so that when you hit a certain spawn point on the approach, there will be a close encounter, shall we say, with a skydiver. I think it's still in this scenery. I remember seeing it once before in FSX. Would have been years ago. Where is Evans Head? There it is. Ah, it's runway 1836. 280, it's runway 36 for us. Alright, we'll enter on the left hand down. Crosswind. No, we'll enter on the left hand base. Right hand base. One of these days I'll figure out where we are. Oh, we could do an entire circuit around the whole left hand side. Yeah, that'll work. Enter from the dead side, go around the circuit. Traffic, Evans Head, Hotel Tango Mike is a Papa Cherokee overhead snapper point. We'll be tracking inbound from the dead side to Evans Head, runway 36. Currently passing 2000 on descents. Evans Head. About 3 miles out that way. Cool. I think I've got it in sight. Yep. Ah, that's it there. We don't have it. No, scenery didn't show up. I can already tell that from here. Oh well. Never mind. We'll continue on. Was it another airport that I was thinking of? I think it might be Tigra. It's one of these. Must be Tigra. Sorry about that, we're not going to Evans Head. Evans Head is the default airport, so no point climbing again. Traffic Evans Head, Hotel Tango Mike cancelling circuit. We're climbing away at 2,200 on climb 2,500 for Ballina. Yep. Your basic, good for nothing, default airport. Boring. Bye bye, Evans Head. Yeah, it's Tiger that I was thinking about. Can't guarantee it. I'll double check that for next week or on Sunday. We might visit there as we track in from Casino. We might hit Tigra before we head northbound. Maybe, maybe not. I kind of want to hit Murwillumbah because Mount Warning, that whole area around the caldera, and that's a caldera, a volcanic caldera, extinct volcano. It's quite a distinctive geographic feature in Australia. Hasn't had any volcanic activity there for like 50 million years apparently, but it's pretty interesting. There's this like massive granite wall around the western side of the caldera, and you've got the Mount Warning in the middle and the whole crater around the edge. Murwillumbah is technically in a volcano. Alright, we're getting some visibility issues here, and that's probably from smoke from the fires. 15 miles out. We'll stick there at 2005. And we'll join the base runway 2, whatever it was, 26, 23, 24, 24. 24 set. That's trucking the 2-4 procedure. Traffic Ballina, Hotel Tango Mike is a Papa Cherokee at 2,500, currently 12 miles to the south of the field, tracking coastal. We'll be inbound for runway 24, estimate circuit time 5-4. Traffic Ballina. Yeah, that low visibility has to be the smoke from the fires. Bushfires in September. We got a little bit of rain here in Melbourne over the last couple of days, and not sure how much rain's been up in the north of New South Wales up here though. Given the fires, I'm assuming it's not much. Or maybe it's a little bit, just enough to get that undergrowth going. Then it's burning the undergrowth. Could be that. Let's start our descent down to 1,000 feet. We'll join onto the downwind. Sounds good. Gonna track straight up Ballina, and then we'll turn into a nice proper square downwind and do the full circuit. Oh, that is horrid. Probably even smell the smoke in the cabin. That's going to close our vents there. Close the other vent. Oh, it is closed. Very nice. Cool. Air vents are closed. Hi there, Aviation 30. You can see outside the visibility is not great. That's not fog. That's smoke from bushfires. Three miles out. How's that for cool? Very nice big photo real scenery area. Hand placed autogen. This is Ant's Aussie Ballina, which you can download in the links below. Or at the Ant's Aussie Ballina website. 1 mile out. Airport inside. Traffic Ballina Hotel Tango Mike is turning downwind runway 24. 1000. Hi there, Aviation 30, how are you doing? And have you got bushfire smoke at your end of town, or is that just a New South Wales phenomenon today? Down here in Melbourne, we do not have any bushfire smoke happening. We're pretty far away from that. It's almost like it's still winter down here. We had a temperature of about 9 degrees. I think we did sneak into the double digits, like in the low teens, 13 or 14 degrees Celsius at midday or so. Okay, landing checklist. Brakes are released, undercarriage is fixed, mixture is fully rich, fuel pump can go on, fuel is set to the fullest tank, seats and harnesses are secure. And we'll start the turn in. Cherokee Ballina, Hotel Tango Mike, turning base, runway 24. Carbo heat is in. Stage a flap. Make it 2. Traffic Ballina, Hotel Tango Mike, final, runway 24. Carbo heat is off, there's 500. Runway is clear. That's a T-Vasi, so all white is correct. Thousand RPM, starting to just lean it out. Right, happy with that. Flaps coming up. Rolling through to alpha and then we'll vacate. Oh, there you are. Cherokee Ballina, Hotel Tango Mike, vacated, runway 24. Heading over to the GA. You can actually park over there, because that's kind of a cool spot. Not convinced we can. Let's go in. into the general aviation area. That's the RPT area where all the A320s and stuff go. This over here, on the other hand, is where all the little planes go. What do you reckon? Refuel here before we go off to casino? How much fuel do we have? Oh, I got plenty, to be honest. No need. Just going to spin it around and park it out there. And we'll take a little walk around the field. It's quite a very detailed field, to be honest. There's a very good scenery. Completely freeware. And download off the internet from Ants Aussie Scenery. We'll come to a stop here. Good stuff. And we're idle. Let's jump on out. Cool. Boom. Just got old GSX, eh? Display your ASIC. There we go. ASIC, got it. So shut the door of the aeroplane. Put the tie down on. Wheel chock, I mean. There we go. Wheel chocks are in. Don't think I need anything else. Got our ASIC. Not around our neck, but we have it. And I think we can get through that gate right there. Not a gate. That's a pity. Yeah, I've got my ASIC. Little door to go through. I guess you'd probably really want to go through those doors there. But I can't get through solid buildings at the moment. Nice little, even got the overhead wires. Look at that. Those overhead wires are top notch, I'll tell you now. The call sign is Hotel Tango Mike, HTM. You can see it in the, right down there. There's my call sign. Here. Here's a beautiful gate. Let's go. So this is one of these gates where you have the code on this side, and then to get through the other side you have to type in the code, but you can't see the code from the other side. So I'll just walk through the gates in the most literal sense of the word. There's one to do his spinny thing again. Why is that happening? What's spawning that? And let's run back to the aeroplane. And I'll find somewhere to stop him from walking. Come on, mate. Where's your neutral position? There you are. Nope. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yay. What are these signs over here? Backpacker. Ballina Airport car storage. Cool. Random gas meter. What was that, a water main meter? Yeah, that's a water main one, I think. Yeah, that's water. There's the electricity one right next to it. Europe car hire. Some street signs. Passenger terminal, public car park, rental cars, pay to park. Purchase your ticket to display on the dash. You have to purchase your ticket on that ticket machine there and stick the ticket on your dashboard. Otherwise, they'll come here and either tow your car away or make you pay a massive fine, or both. Rental cars, Airport Business Centre. 10k an hour, shared zone. Just a reminder, this is all freeware scenery. You don't need to pay to have this scenery. This was designed not to be paid for. Completely free. Security controlled zone. Some random sitting on the bench over there. Nice little fly screen door there. This would be the bus stop. Byron Bait Gateway Airport. It is extremely good freeway. Security controlled zone, no stopping. More airport car park over there. Nice little garden with trees and shrubs and stuff over there. This is indeed prepared. It works in FSX as well, but I'm using it in prepared version 4.5 right now. I can also confirm it was working in 3.4. So yeah, prepared and FSX. Row B, Hertz cars. Oh yep, they're all the hire cars. So the Hertz cars, you go ahead and park them there. Avis car rentals, Europe car. Another parking pay station. Thrifty. That's fair enough. Yeah, he does make a reasonably good Brisbane as well. I love that antenna there. The old vertically oriented UHF antenna. Some kind of controller system. Alrighty, let's get ourselves back into gate 15. Click, click. Ballina, Gateway Airport. Just was about to read that, sorry. There we go. Aircraft and Fiesen landing. Okay then, all aircraft's $9.30 per tonne, so we'll be paying that. And aircraft parking for under 1 tonne is $50 per night, I guess. And that's for the sealed area. And there's a different price for the grassed area, which is $19, is it? $10. That's not too bad. $10 to park on the grass. Cool. This particular scenery just covers Ballina. Essentially covers the entire space of the township as well as the river and the area around it, but the entire airport, of course. Given that it's free, no reason not to download it and come here. Ballina Airport also receives RPT aircraft in the form of Virgin Australia 737s and also Jetstar A320s. So they park over there in the main parking area. There's 2 spots for them. They kind of face each other. They're power in, power out, I do believe. So there's no... Do they do pushbacks? I don't think they do pushbacks here. They just power in and then just taxi away. This is Ballina, YBNA, Yankee Bravo November Alpha, Ants Aussie Airports. So let's look at Google for that. Bring this up. So I'm just going to do Ants Aussie. It's this one, scenery, Ants Airplanes. And if you roll down towards the bottom, there we are. Ants Aussie Airports, Ballina Gateway. Click on both of those parts. You'll need them both. And then you can download the full airport. And a little bit of the surrounding scenery as well, so you can do the visual approaches with the correct visual landmarks that you get in the real plane. Anyhow, enough exploring on the ground. We'll get back in the air and put our plane into Casino. Casino is also a freeware airport. You can get that from OZX with all those massive links that I've got down there. 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. You'll have it by then. Don't even need 3.5. Cool. So I'll just need to do a quick little check. Let's drop the flaps. They're still attached. That's also still attached. Pretty good. Okay, the chocks are away. Looking into the tank. We're just about to the boot. Oil still good. Yep, propeller's nice and happy. Let's do a quick fuel drain. OZX has a few, I wouldn't call them major airports. They're not like international airports. But for instance, there is all the airports. Basically, we'll be visiting most of them during the tour over the next year or so. Where's the biggest one? I think Wynyard down in Tasmania is one of them. Where else? Maria casino that we're going to now. Quite a few up in Queensland as well. Okay, the door's closed. Pick that up, open the window. Quick squeeze at the checklist. I've got a warm engine, so I don't need to do any shots. Control wheel lock is removed. Controls free and correct. Just double check that nothing's happened to the controls while I've been away. Happy with that. Switch. We'll switch the fuel selector over to the right side again. Take a look over here. Oh, temp fuel pressure is nothing. Left tank is ever so slightly less, so I'll stay on the left hand tank. Fuel pump. Fuel pressure is nice and happy. Drop the fuel pump. I have chase plane, but I find it's really annoying to use. So at the moment I don't use it much at all. Rotating beacon is in. Cool. Fuel selector, master switch, strokes are in. Clear ignition, and taking a look outside. No one's around to see. Clear prop. There's 1000 RPM. Move around the cockpit, I use the old space bar and mouse wheel and the mouse. I've keyed spacebar to one of my buttons on my yoke, so I can do it with my one hand. Okay, we're doing Lismore and we're doing Casino. Done. Okay, 15 miles to Lismore and probably even less to get to Casino after that. Where are we? Here at Ballina, off to Lismore at 124.2. And Casino also 124.2. And we're going on 124.2, so it's all the same area, all the same frequency. I will not be going to Williamtown, unfortunately. Williamtown is well behind us, and that's one of the airports that I've decided not to do. Just because you wouldn't normally fly a GA aeroplane down to an RAAF Air Force base, unless it's a joint user facility, which technically Williamtown is, but I've never been to it before. So we've skipped Williamtown. The closest we got to Williamtown was when we went to Maitland. Cool. We'll taxi on out there, and just short of the runway we'll do a run up. Traffic Ballina, Hotel Tango Mike is a Piper Cherokee taxiing out from the GA onto Alpha. Hi, the Manuel, how you doing? We went to Richmond Air Force Base, and that's military, but that's where this airplane lives, so of course you're going to visit the home of Hotel Take a Bike. We had to get it from somewhere, didn't we? You need all kinds of funny passes and stuff to get into there, and I know that because I've done it. Visitor passes and photo IDs, ASICs, and yeah, background checks. It's all fun. Hi there, Grant. How you doing? We've just walked around Ballina, which is quite the airport to look at. Don't know what that thing is. Random massive rock. Nevertheless, we're just going to come up onto Alpha. We'll do the run-ups in on this bit of taxiway, then we'll head on out onto the runway. Come to a stop here. Brakes are in. Mixture fully rich. Pump in. That's off. That's cool. Okay. Back to 1,000. Traffic Ballina Hotel Tango Mike is taxiing out to runway 24 to backtrack, entering at Alpha Hotel Tango Mike. Let's get that landing light in. Done. Okay, before we enter the runway, let's look at the compass. I've got 33. There's 33, beautiful. Doors are locked. Windows are closed. Seats and harnesses are secure. Flight controls are fine. Elevator trim is just a little bit too high. Let's get that down to neutral. Sorted. Fuel pump is on. Righty, at Lismore we'll have runway 33. We'll be inbound from the dead side. We'll track the entire circuit. And over in Casino, we'll be coming in for runway 28. Might do the full circuit on that one as well. So coming over the dead side into the full circuit. The caravan park's on the runway 10 approach side. You can see the displace threshold there on runway 10. There's a caravan park in the middle of that, right there on the end of the runway. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it, because I know all these tiny airports are really amazing scenery. And you don't get to fly the large airplanes into these places, because, you know, most of these places you can't fly a large airplane into. Imagine getting a 737 into South Grafton. Yeah, you'd blow it up. Your landing gear would collapse. This one's probably a quite a large airport, to be honest. They do fly 737s into here quite regularly. Like, there's more than 3 flights a day in a 737 to Ballina. But the place we're going to right now, Casino, has no airlines flying to it. You don't even get a Rex Saab going there. Just get little aeroplanes like this. That said, let's go ahead and do that. Traffic Ballina, Hotel Tango Mike. Here's Piper Cherokee, departing runway 24, straight out departure to Lismore. Let's go. $60. And climbing away at 80 knots. Flaps are up on departure anyway, so no need to clean anything up. I'll just keep on climbing. Which frequency was that on? 228. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Lismore and Casino, operating 55-mile radius, flight level 280 for the next 60 minutes. Well, that won't matter to us because we're going to be down here at like 2,000 odd feet. Oh, yeah, that's right. All of this smoke from the bushfires still impacting us here. There's a Pacific Highway passing straight under us. There's 1005. I'm just going to reduce power a little bit down to 2400 RPM. Sorted. $1,005 set. Now, I think we'll maintain at 1,500. There's no need to go any higher. It's pretty flat out here in northern New South Wales, between here and the Great Divide, so there's no need to really climb. $2,400 RPM, just going to lean it out a little bit. Miles out. Traffic Lismore, Hotel Tango Mike is a Piper Cherokee at 12 miles from the field to the east. We'll be coming into runway 33 at Lismore for touch and go. Approaching from the dead side. Estimate circuit time 3.5. Yeah, the X-Plane's alright. Might not be as pretty or whatever as this stuff, which is like... Certainly Ballina is one of the most accurate sceneries you can get for freeware that I've ever seen in any sim. Down to the point of, look, you're able to read the actual signs, which are still there in the real world. Just literally photos of the actual signs outside the airfield. It's pretty cool. Anthony put a lot of work into that. 10 miles out for the field. We'll join from the crosswind. I do believe that is, I can't remember what town that ship is. Township that is. Wollongbar, something like that, or maybe Alstonville. Yeah, I reckon it's Alstonville. I just passed Alstonville, got Wollongbar to go, and then Lismore. Elevation 31 feet above sea level. That's essentially zero. So this is the second last day that we'll be flying Hotel Tango Mike on this trip. Sunday will be the last day. So today we're off to Casino. We'll stay in the Casino Caravan Park, which is just on the threshold for runway 10. And then after that we're off to the Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast and Redcliffe. And after that we're swapping aeroplanes. Not sure if we're going straight to the Diamond 62 or if we're off to the a different aeroplane before that, but I know once we hit Rockhampton we really need to be in something fast, which means the Diamond 42. There is the Comanche, which I'm not sure where to put, to be honest. We might put the Comanche into Western Australia because we need something fast down there. And that'll be Wollongbar, or is it the outskirts of Lismore itself? Could be the outskirts of Lismore itself, to be honest. I've not flown on Project FLAi, no. Yeah, that's Lismore for sure. Massive smoke coming in from the valley. Not liking that. Can't see out the end of the valley. That's all bushfire smoke, by the way. None of that's fog. Traffic, Lismore Hotel Tango Mike will be joining from the crosswind, runway 33. Currently 3 miles on the dead side of the field, descending out of 1,500. Traffic, Lismore. So Lismore's just a touch and go field. There's nothing here really, it's just default scenery. We just had a request last week or last flight on Wednesday to do a touch and go at Lismore, so that's why we're doing it. Don't worry about the scenery, nothing here, it's just default. Casino is the fun one, that's where I headed to Casino. And the reason I decided on Casino is because of the caravan park in such close proximity to the airfield. It just makes sense to kind of overnight there. It was either that or Ballina. Ballina is a much nicer looking airfield in my opinion, but Casino makes sense because it's its close proximity to that caravan park. Is that the field? That's the field right there. Traffic, Lismore Hotel Tango Mike on the crosswind, runway 33. Okay, mixture is fully rich. And we'll square off that cross, there it is. There it is. Traffic Lismore, Hotel Tango Mike, turning downwind to runway 33. Sorry, 300 RPM. So I do believe Lismore gets a Saab 340 from Rex Airlines every once in a while. And there's only 10 miles from here to Casino. Barely a hop and a jump. Traffic Lismore, Hotel Tango Mike, turning base, runway 33. Hi there, Jack Browser, how you doing? Traffic Lismore, Hotel Tango Mike on the base. 33. 2 sets of flaps, carby heat is in. There's the final. Traffic Lismore, Hotel Tango Mike, final runway 33. All the flaps. Carby heat is out. Bit of an overshoot there. Covered it now. On slope. Flaps coming up. Traffic Lismore, Hotel Tango Mike is departing at Lismore on the left-hand crosswind, tracking to Casino, Hotel Tango Mike. I'm flying to Gold Coast not tomorrow but on Sunday when the event is. Tomorrow I'll be flying from Dubai to Cape Town. Yeah, that's Lismore out of the way. We're going to Casino now, runway 28. We'll enter on the dead side, then we'll fly the entire circuit. Traffic Casino Hotel Tango Mike is 10 miles from the field at 1,500. Runway 28 will be entering from the dead side to join the downwind. Hotel Tango Mike, and estimate circuit time in 4.5. This bushfire smoke is annoying. Sure is a long flight. I'll put up details for it before I go to bed tonight, because I think I've got work tomorrow, so I'll start work at about 7 in the morning, leave there at about 3, get home about 4, and then we'll start the 777 at about 6, I think it was. Yeah, about 9.5 hours, 10 hours. So I should be on the ground about 4 AM on Sunday. Then I'll go to bed again, and we'll do 4 PM on Sunday for this flight out of Casino up to the Gold Coast and then Sunshine Coast. The idea is we fly into the fly-in from Casino and then through the fly-in. This smoke is so thick right now that it's actually darkening the cockpit. There's barely any reflection from the sun there. You'll be getting up at 4 AM on Sunday? Well, I'll be going to bed at 4 AM on Sunday after having been up all night. Long hauls, they're a bit annoying. Kind of over them. There we go. Out of the cloud, out of the, bushfire smoke. There's 5 miles, we'll start our descent. Mixture is fully rich. And landing checklist. Undercarriage is fixed. Brakes are released. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture is fully rich. Pump is on. Fuel. Let's see if we need another tank. I don't think we do. Actually, we will. Plug it in. Right tank. Seats and harnesses are secure. To be honest, I don't really like long hauls, but since they've put a big event on, I might as well go and see what it's all about. It's been a while since I've been on long haul, and we might as well take the 777 out. Antarctica flight, Sydney to Cape Town. That'd be funny. There's a rumour that Qantas is retiring the Antarctica flights, that they might not be doing them anymore, which I thought was a bit silly, because they've still got the A380s to fly, so why not take them out? There's the runway. Center traffic, Hotel Tango Mike is 1,000 feet on the dead side of the field, tracking to make a crosswind runway 28. If we zoom in, there we can see the caravan park and the cabins. You can see the massive display threshold that used to be the main runway there. And there still is actually this taxiway that goes out. They use it as the main road inside the caravan park now. You can see all the caravans, and you can see the old taxiway that used to come out to the terminal, which is still here with the hangar. But you can't actually use that portion anymore because that's inside the caravan park, and there's a massive fence that literally goes across the runway. So the fence between the airport and the caravan park goes through the middle of the runway, right there. So there's the caravan park and the old taxiway to the terminal, which is no longer used as a terminal. It's just part of the caravan park office now. Casino, a lot of fun in real life. Come past people sitting out in their caravan at 200 feet. Unfortunately, we have to use the opposite runway today, so would have been fun to make an approach onto that runway. Hey, look at that. So yeah, making your approach straight down onto the runway, and there's literally people in their caravans just on the runway, or just off the runway. Traffic Casino, Hotel Tango Mike is joining crosswind runway 28. Make it nice and tight. Back it up to 1,000 feet, thanks. There we are. Traffic Casino, Hotel Tango Mike, downwind runway 28. Anybody want to do a touch and go? Why not? Let's do one touch and go here, and then we'll land here on the second go. So you can kind of make some noise for the residents. Let them know that I'm here. Went to the stomping ground. Okay. Go to casino. I guess everyone, like every airport that does flight training, has its own stomping ground for the PPL tests. I know at Bankstown they have a habit of going down to Goulburn. That seems to be the place to go. We didn't go to Goulburn because there's no scenery for it, so oh well. Traffic Casino, Hotel Tango Mike is turning base runway 28, touch and go. Cargo heats in. Stage of flaps. Traffic Casino, Hotel Tango Mike, final runway 28, touch and go. There's the rest of the flaps. That's 500, carb heaters off. go the caravans. Caravan, caravan. I hope they enjoyed the noise. Now I have to spend the next 2 days living next to them, so good stuff. Oh, there, where are you from? Remember that aeroplane that did the touch and go? Yep, that was us. Traffic Casino, Hotel Tango Mike, downwind, runway 28, full stop. Overheat. Traffic Casino, Hotel Tango Mike, runway 28, on base. One notch. Traffic Casino, Hotel Tango Mike, final runway 28. Hi there, how you doing? Final landing of the day. Okay, going to park it over there, aren't we? In between? Yep, right where that car is. Did we hear that prop on the ground? We did. Good stuff, FSX. You're doing well. Well, FSX just registered that as a crash. Does not be them. Okay then, let's jump out and tie down. Don't forget the mags, thanks for that. Done. There we go. HTM safely tied down. And I guess I'll be heading over to the caravan park. I just overhauled the prop. We did touch the ground with it somehow, exiting the runway there. But quick cheat and it's fine. But we'll do a full inspection on Sunday before we leave. Oh, that's annoying. There. I don't have any other aeroplanes parked in the scenery, so I'm not sure where visitor aircraft are meant to actually tie down, but anyway. He wants me to jump the fence rather than walk through the gate. Ah, the SES. Intriguing. Well, here we are in the caravan park, and I'm sure that I'm seeing tents and stuff over there. I do love this fence that goes across the runway. Yeah, these kind of like red and white little squares. There's the old bit of the runway that you're not allowed on, and the fence that goes across it. Yeah. Until, well, I guess tomorrow night sometime, if you're watching the big long haul, or until Sunday if you're watching the continuation of this one. I'll bid you adieu. Bye-bye.